Hello, everybody. Another month, another hair color. Am I right? Today's video is going to be a wrap up of everything that I read in the month of February. I didn't read as much as I did in January, but that's okay. I wanted to start this month out with something for Black History Month because February is Black History Month. So the first book that I read was Little Leaders, Bold Women in Black History by Vashti Harrison. This is kind of a children's book, but I would say it's more like middle school, maybe like the first couple. No, it's probably elementary. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to grade like children's books on a level like that. But basically, it's an illustration by Vashti Harrison of the Black female leader in this case. She has other books that have men in them as well. But a little illustration of the figure kind of as like a reimagined like child, but dressed up in their attire that they're kind of known for. And then also a little biography on the page beside them. And it was super interesting. I learned a lot, stuff that I didn't know. I like that she included kind of I don't know that that's a word, better known figures like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, but then she also included some women that I had never heard of before, which was super interesting and felt like a good way to start off the month. The next book that I finished, I actually listened to it as an audiobook. It was Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. This book was okay. I think I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was about this couple that the woman thinks that she won a trip to this church that's been revamped as like a place to stay, supposedly. So she got this email to go up there with her husband, and it's kind of trying to like rekindle their marriage. And then this woman is there and keeps like coming around and being creepy, super eerie vibes. It was okay, not my favorite mystery thriller ever, but it was still a good read. The next book that I finished was Hex by Rebecca Dinerstein Knight. Yeah, I believe. I gave this book a 3 out of 5. It was okay. I actually got this book as a blind date with a book. So it was one that was wrapped in like the brown craft paper, and then they wrote like a little description, and you picked based on the description if it intrigued you or not. And so I picked this one up. It was interesting, probably something that I wouldn't have picked up myself to read, although the cover did intrigue me, but it kind of just felt really choppy and all over the place. Basically, you're following Nell Barber, who is a PhD candidate, and she gets expelled, and she kind of has this unrequited love with her professor, and it's just going, like, talks about that throughout the book. Hello, Tater Tot. You like to make an appearance in all the videos. But yeah, I gave it a 3 out of 5. It was okay. Pretty short, but it took me a long time to get through. So if that tells you anything. The next book that I listened to, I have seen all over the internet. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Colleen Hoover is super popular by herself. So, but this book is one that I saw from her that a lot of people were reading. Trigger warning for this book. It does have a lot of domestic violence, domestic abuse in it, so be prepared for that if you do end up reading this. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was super good. Yeah, I kind of wish that there was more. Basically, it's about this girl, and she lived in an abusive household as a kid. She met this other boy who was kind of squatting in a house by her. His name was Atlas. And then it kind of takes off after her father dies, and just her life from there, getting into a relationship with this guy named Ryle, and kind of following in the footsteps of her mom, getting into that abusive sort of relationship. And yeah, it was very good. Trigger warning again for domestic violence, but definitely a good read. And then the last book that I read was the White Coat Diaries by Madi Sinha, I believe is how you pronounce her name. This was super good. It was about an Indian girl who is a resident at a hospital. She had just started her residency. Nora Kapadia is her name. And it kind of just goes through her life, learning as a medical student, being in this new environment, getting things wrong, getting things right, the relationships she has with other residents, her attendings, stuff like that. And then also balancing this sort of life that she's supposed to have as an Indian woman, according to her family. And her mom is sick. She has to kind of juggle caring for her mom while also working this really grueling job as a resident. So it was very good. I thought it painted a pretty good picture of what it's like to be a resident in a hospital, other than there were some, it's written by a physician, so I'm sure she knows more than I would, but some of the things were a little inaccurate. Like, they were arguing in front of a patient, and I was like, oh gosh, that's so unprofessional. I hope that would never happen. But yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was super good. But yeah, those are the only books that I read in the month of February. It was super, like, not great month for me as far as reading, but I've already finished one book for March. I started off with Normal People by Sally Rooney. So I'll be talking about that next month. So if you're interested in hearing what my thoughts were on that, come back next month and find out. But anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite books were for the month of February. I would love to hear them and add them to my TBR if I have not read them already. Have a good month of March for reading, guys. Bye.